Welcome to another day in Life with Sandy. Starting the day with a cup of tea, a grapefruit, a banana, and my 32 ounces of water. Well, good evening. Today is Saturday, January 14th. Just like that, the month is almost half over. How can that be? Yesterday, I forgot to tell you, but you figured that out, I'm sure, that we didn't have any birthdays other than my cousin having his baby. Not him, his wife, actually, having the baby yesterday. We didn't have any birthdays yesterday, and so I was kind of thinking, I'm not going to have anybody to sing to, but then I did, because Malcolm was born yesterday, so I got to sing. Well, although I don't think I sang. Oh, well, Malcolm was born yesterday. But we have birthdays today. Today is Randy Korb, K-O-R-B. Today's Randy's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Randy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Also, Dolly Willer, W-I-L-L-E-R, Dolly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolly. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Lisa Connor. I'll spell it still, C-O-N-N-E-R, but we all knew how to spell Connor. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Paige Parson Lewis. Paige, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paige. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And last but not least, it's Ethan Carpenter, who is WV Running Down's son. I think he's 20 today. So Ethan, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ethan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 of you. Boy, 5. Yesterday, nobody. Today, 5. Well, I hope you all have a great birthday. I had a pretty good day today. Hardly coughing at all today, so that's really good news. I'm coughing just a little teeny bit, but not as much as I have been in the last couple of weeks. And so I'm feeling I'm well on the way to recovery. And then Danny and Oliver came over today. Sebastian was with his dad. When Danny married Shannon, she was pregnant with Sebastian, but she had broken off with her fiance and all of that good stuff. And so Danny has raised Sebastian as his own son. He's been in his life. Sebastian's going to be 12 this year, so he's been in his life ever since he was born. And he's been in my life, and he's my grandson. So, since Shannon and Danny are divorced now, Sebastian goes between Danny, Shannon, and Brian. So it's nice that he has all of those relations. And Sebastian's the type of child that needs a lot of change. He doesn't like being staying in one spot. He likes to be on the move all the time. So he really likes this. He really does. So that's good. That's half the battle, because it's got to be challenging for, a child. But he seems to be doing fine, and he's not having any issues that we can know about, I guess, whatever. But he's doing pretty good. So I didn't film them, only because we just got talking. Danny hasn't been over since Christmas Eve, the 23rd, because Jim and I have been sick, and he didn't want to come over when we were sick, and I didn't want them to come over when we were sick. And it just, one day turned into another, and so finally he just called the other day, and he says, how are you feeling? And I says, I'm feeling actually pretty good. He says, are you infected? Are you diseased? Or should I be quarantined? I said, no, your dad's not coughing at all, and I'm just coughing just a little bit. We'll just stay our distance. And so he did. And then he says, well, the next time you go to Kroger's, if you could pick me up some instant sugar-free vanilla pudding, because they don't have it anywhere in his area. He doesn't live that far from me, about 20 minutes away. But he said he's been to a couple of the stores, and they didn't have it. So I had to go today anyhow to get some bananas and some berries, because I was running out of my bananas and berries. And I thought, well, I'll check and see. As I was going in, they were having a fundraiser for this local charity called Gleaners. I don't know if it's all around, but ours is that they feed the hungry. And so they were handing out lists of things that you could pick up, and they just asked you just to pick one thing up off the list. They gave you a whole, shopping list of stuff. And so I just started getting some stuff and put it in my basket because I thought, you know what? I'm going out to eat tomorrow night. And I figured if I can afford to go out to eat, I can afford to feed a family for at least for a week. So I bought a week's worth of groceries and gave it to them in their little basket. And she was so thrilled because she said they're having a competition with the other door. And she says, and we were falling a little bit behind. So, but anyway, I like my area because they actually, I don't know what time they had started, but they had like 7 or 8 carts, shopping carts, shopping buggies, whatever you want to call it, overflowing. So it did my heart good to see that we have so many people that are generous, that, like, it only takes like 1 jar of peanut butter or something to buy for somebody. And it just gives you a good feeling to know you're helping somebody. So I did that. And then I was going to film my opening outside the store or even in the store. And I just got so consumed in what I was doing that I forgot to do it. So you got me in the kitchen at the beginning video. And then Kylie came over a little bit to hang out with Oliver. And then my doorbell's not working. I have a Ring doorbell with the little camera on it. It went offline, and for the life of me, I can't get it back to go online. And then Danny had got me, because my kids always complain because there's not enough juice on my internet. So I asked for a booster for my Christmas present. So Danny got it for me. And so I said, well, why don't you hook it up for me? And he said, well, I don't know why you didn't hook it up. It's just, you just plug it in that. And I go, I looked at that, and it looked beyond me. Well, let me go do it. Half an hour later, he comes and he says, well, you're going to have to wait for your tech guy, which is Aaron. He says, because I guess it's a little bit more than just plugging it in. He couldn't figure it out. So I said, oh, okay, so we're going to do Mary's birthday, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday is Mary's birthday. So we'll have her birthday dinner then. And hopefully, because, Aaron did come down with COVID. So he tested positive yesterday. He has a sore throat. And he's taken the medication. He said that it does leave a taste in his mouth, but he said he can put up with that. So he's taking the medication. He's feeling a little bit better today. I talked to him. And so then I thought, so after Danny tried to do the booster, I thought, well, I'm going to try to reconnect my doorbell. Couldn't do that either. So when Aaron comes for the family dinner a week from Thursday, he's got some jobs to do. He's got to hook up my internet thing for my booster, and he's got to hook up my doorbell again. Because even my doorbell doesn't even ring. So it's not, like I have the door cam that you can see what's going on. I didn't realize I was offline. The last time I had it online was December 28th, I think. No, 22nd. The 22nd was the last time it was online. And I didn't even realize it. Nobody rings my doorbell. Nobody comes around here. So, but anyway, I'm just feeling kind of happy today. I don't know. I always think it's a state of mind. I really do. I think if, I'm done looking in the past because that wasn't making me happy looking in the past, seeing how poorly I was doing. I concentrate on today. I don't really look forward to the future. I really don't because, the older you get, the less future you have. I know that's depressing to say, but, you got to say it out loud sometimes. And like I said, nobody is guaranteed today. Nobody's guaranteed the next minute. But, sometimes when you get a little older, the odds are not in your favor as much as they were when you were younger. So you might as well spend your life being happy. And that's what I try to do every single day. I try to be happy. And for the most part, I think I'm a pretty happy person. I'm not saying I don't have my sad days, and I don't have my days where I'm not feeling, like at the top of the happy scale. But I find that when you're like miserable, people around you are miserable too because they don't want to be around you because you're miserable. And it just makes you feel worse. So even at my lowest, I do try to perk myself up and be a little bit happier. Like I said, I was happy to help another family in need because it just kind of boosted my happiness. It really did, just to know that I'm in a position that I can do that. I have been in the past, when Jim and I were first married, we had a lot of financial difficulties. And I, not the least bit ashamed to tell you that I went to different programs to get food, to get assistance. I had food stamps. I went to WIC for my kids to get food for them. I had help with some of my utility bills. I have no shame in telling you that because that's why the system is there, to help people that are unfortunate. But you need to remember, but when you were unfortunate, that somebody stepped up and helped you. So you need to step up when you can. And I do try to. I mean, I don't come on here all the time telling you what I do, because it's, like, nobody wants to hear a braggart. I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm just telling you what happened with my day to day. Although it does sound like I'm bragging. I didn't mean to sound like that. Please forgive me. I didn't mean it to sound like that. But I just think that I'm in a position now that I can repay. I've been in this position for a while, but I mean, I'm in the position that I can repay all the generosity that was bestowed on me when I really needed it. And I just think that I just find it depressing. The people that have so much money, that don't give more to the poor. I'm not saying that, like Bill Gates gives a lot of money, but I think he probably give a lot more. Elon Musk's got a lot of money. He lost like $1.85 billion last year on poor investments. Just think of how many poor families he could have benefited with that money instead of making a crappy investment. And just think that really probably didn't put a dent in anything in his life. So, and I'm not saying that he doesn't do anything to help the poor. I'm not saying that, because he probably does. I know he does. Well, I don't know that he does, but I'm pretty sure that he does. And I'm sure that all these rich people really do help with their, like, going to their dinners and stuff where they're paying like $10,000 a plate and stuff like that. If whatever you're eating is not worth $10,000, but the money's going towards charity. But I just think there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of money that could give a lot more, is my thought. And I think it would make them happier. I really do. I really do think it would make them happier. But maybe they're happy holding on to their money and leaving it for their families. I don't know. Would have been nice to know, because I thought I was going to be a winner in the Mega Millions, but I guess it's somebody from Maine. In a real small town, there's only 6,500 people in the town. And he won it all by, whoever it was, won it all by themselves. So congratulations, whoever you are in Maine. But wasn't to be. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I had to eat today. And once again, because it's late, I'm just going to close out the video now. Try to be happy as much as you can. And when you have a sad day, try to think of the happier days. Like I said, everybody's going to have a sad day every once in a while. And you just have to think of the happier times. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Be happy. Like, what is it? Bobby McFarlane. Don't worry. Be happy. That's all we can do. Okay, for breakfast, we're going to have some toast with a scrambled egg with a bunch of vegetables in it. I have green peppers, red peppers, onions, mushrooms, and a little bit of cheese. Cup of tea, 2 pieces of toast. 1 piece of toast, I have a tablespoon of peanut butter. The other toast is plain, and some center cut bacon. So today is Saturday, January 14th. I have 24 dailies, 31 weeklies. My quote is, if you want to be happy, do not dwell on the past. Don't worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. For my snack earlier, you saw I had a grapefruit, banana, tea, and water. For breakfast, I'm going to have a veggie egg omelet, which we know is not an omelet, with some sauce on top for 0 points, a tablespoon of cheese for 1 point, 2 slices of toast for 5 points, some center cut bacon for 3 points, and a tablespoon of peanut butter for 3 points. It's a 12-point breakfast. Let's go eat. Okay, for dinner, we're going to have a sugar-free pudding, some tomato, and a ham and cheese sandwich. It's a 12-point dinner, 2 points for my wrap, 0 for my Polish ham, 4 points for my ounce of provolone cheese, 4 points for a half of an avocado, 0 points for my lettuce, tomato, and I said tea, but I'm going to have a diet cranberry juice instead, and 2 points for my pudding, so I ended up right on the money. So that's the tea or the cran pineapple juice for 0 points, and this is the carb balanced whole wheat wrap I'm using for 2 points. Let's go eat.